Grandma, where were you born?
In Nibley, Utah.
Nibley, Utah.
Where's that? I don't even know where that is.
It's, do you know where Millville is?
I've heard of it.
Nibley is off the main highway about 4 miles, something like that. And the railroad went through Grandpa's lower fields. I love my grandpa. Sam Spackman. No, Sam Dutson. He had one leg that had been partially amputated. And he was always telling the little kids, I just got in a fight with a bear, and that's what he did to me. And the kids all believed him.
That's funny.
He got his leg bitten off.
How many siblings did you have?
2 brothers and 1 sister.
2 brothers and 1 sister. So were you the youngest?
Dale, Mildred, Lois, and Sheldon.
And how did you meet Grandpa? Grandpa Rex Spackman.
We were in a physiology class, and we were learning how to bandage people's wounds. And so I was bandaging Rex Spackman's wounds, and we kind of liked holding hands.
Aww.
And we got very much in love.
Was this at Utah State or was this in high school?
I'm trying to think. It was in high school. Yeah. Yeah, he and a friend, Milton Weiser, were good friends, and his friend, Milton, chose my girlfriend to go on a date, and we were going up the steps at North Cache, and Rex got up with me and asked me for a date to the dance. And back in those days, in the Depression, we didn't have a lot of money, couldn't do a lot of fun things. But we did form a group, about 5 couples, and we'd go to dances and trade dances with all the 5 people. Got to know them all pretty well. It was a fun time. But the Depression was on, and gas was rationed strictly, so you couldn't go for rides only what was necessary. Grandpa hauled milk to a milk factory, and so he had money to buy gas to get the milk hauled. And that was the only income we could have.
Huh.
It was tough times.
What temple were you and Grandpa married in?
Logan.
Logan?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you pick the Logan temple?
Well, because it's right here.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him right there under his arm. A good-looking guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is.
So tell us, after you guys went to a few dances in high school, what happened? You guys date more, I guess?
He got drafted into the Army.
Oh, wow.
For World War II?
Yeah, I guess. I have a picture of him in his Army uniform. I don't know where it is right now. But I wrote to him while he was in the Army, and then he came home and went on a mission to Florida. Couldn't go abroad, but we could. My brother and Rex both were on their missions in Florida.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
And like I say, gas was rationed strictly, and couldn't go a lot of places, but since my dad hauled milk, he had to have gas. And so on Sundays we would get in the milk truck and go to Nibley to see Grandma and Grandpa Morgan. And I love my Grandpa Morgan. He smoked. It was fun watching him roll his cigarettes. He'd been on a sheep herding crew and learned to smoke doing that. And I loved Grandpa. He would spend time with me. We would talk and talk. I'd go to visit with Grandma, but she was so busy cooking and doing stuff that I got really close to Grandpa. And I've been grateful ever since that I knew him as well as I did. It was fun to watch him roll his cigarettes.
Your little picture of him just fell. I'm gonna put him back. There we go.
Okay.
How old were you when you got married, Grandma?
Were we 50? I can't remember. No, we were sprouts. We were young people.
Sprouts. That's a good answer.
Isn't he a cute guy?
Here, we'll put him back.
And you and Grandpa lived in Cedar City for a while, right?
Yeah. He started to teach seminary. And Brother Boyd came to Cedar City and decided that maybe we ought to join forces up north for a while. So we knew Brother Boyd really well.
Wow.
He was a good guy.
Yeah?
And he was an artist. I have a book of a lot of his artwork. It's over there somewhere.
I remember that he did paintings, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was an artist. And a good friend. We knew each other well and spent time together.
I never knew that.
And we called him Brother Boyd.
And he was the one who convinced you to move up north?
I can't remember.
Because I know you came for the farm.
Yeah, Grandpa was getting older and they had a home in Logan, and he wanted one of his sons to take over the farm. And Uncle Keith and Dad shared the farm. And Keith continued working on the farm, and Dad started teaching seminary. You know Mary Ellen Edmonds? Know about her? She was one of his first and favorite students. We know Mary Ellen very well. And a lot of other kids.
I'm sure you met a lot of them when teaching seminary.
Yeah. And then kids loved having Rex for a seminary teacher. There was another man, Brother Grandy. Wasn't half as much fun as Rex was. Kids loved Rex.
So you and Grandpa Spackman, how many kids did you guys have?
14.
That's a lot of kids.
I always wanted a dozen. Oh boy, I'm glad we got those last two, Stephen and Richard.
Do you feel like your life was really fulfilled because you had a lot of children?
Yeah, I always wanted a dozen. I got 14.
That's a lot.
Overfilled.
Yeah.
Grateful for every one of them.
Now you have a great deal of grandchildren too.
Uncountable.
Not uncountable.
If you look at my board back of you, it's quite a few of them on there. Dennis and Diane live in Vernal, my oldest son.
Right.
Gary lived in Idaho. Leon was in Mesa, Arizona. Howard is in San Diego. Mary Ellen is here. And Sydney Ann is here. She does hair.
Mm-hmm.
Paul teaches seminary and gospel doctrine and is a good teacher, church teacher.
Yeah.
Who was that, did I say?
Paul.
Paul. Dennis, Gary, Leon, Howard, Mary Ellen, Sydney Ann, Paul. Sandra is in Mesa, Arizona. I just spent the week with her in Arizona last week. Sandra David, you know about him.
I think I remember that uncle.
No, he's your dad.
Yep. How's David doing now?
He's good. He works in California a lot.
I knew that he was working down there.
Yeah. So he flies out basically every week. Flies to California, lives in California for the week, and comes back for the weekend.
Oh, he likes home.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, it's a lot of traveling.
Yep. But David's a good guy.
He is.
I'll keep him.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
What has made you happiest in life?
The gospel. Church. Couldn't do without it. And the Savior, I've got the manger picture right behind your back. Manger and the shepherds and the wise men. So grateful for our Savior, Jesus Christ. I love that picture I've got of him up there with a little boy pointing at his nose. And then I love all of my family. Look at the whole bunch of them back there. And I love puzzles. They keep me busy.
Keep your mind going.
Yep.
Well, Grandma, is there any advice you would give any of your posterity? What advice would you give to your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren?
Stay close to the church. It's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We are some of these Latter-day Saints, all of us. We'd better stay close to it.
That's pretty good advice.
Thank you. We were talking earlier about how Grandpa used to teach a song when he went to Zion National Park. Can we sing that song together?
Eddie Coochie Catchy Kama Tosa Nara Tosa Noga Samakama Wacky Brown fell into the well, fell into the well, fell into the deep dark well. To the well everybody ran just to
What a shame.
It took so long to say his name. That Eddie Coochie Catchy Kama Tosa Nara Tosa Noga Samakama Wacky Brown drowned.
It's a good song.
It's a fun song.
Yeah. Well, Grandma, we love you.
Well, thank you. I love you too.
Glad we got to
Both
see
of
you
you.
for a little bit. Yeah, we love you.
I'm glad you stopped by.
Hopefully we'll be able to come the next time we're up as well.
Anytime, you are welcome.
Thank you.